Lawyer Elliott Willschick joins us now in studio. Elliott, this a long trial. What do you expect from a jury in this situation, considering the amount of evidence that they heard?
They have to work through a considerable amount of evidence, and they have four potential outcomes. They can decide first degree, second degree manslaughter, or not guilty at all. But there was a lot of circumstantial evidence they're going to have to review very carefully in order to come to one of those determinations.
Now, does that mean that this process of deliberation could be a long one?
It certainly could be. It's not a good sign if a jury comes back within about 24 hours, because it's usually a sign of guilt. However, they're going to have to go through a fair bit of evidence. They may have questions. They may come back and forth. But one would expect them to take a fair bit of time to make their decision.
Mm-hmm. Now, from what you've heard of the evidence, is there something that the jurors are going to have to rely on more than the other parts of evidence?
The difficulty is there's a lot of circumstantial evidence. So there was no DNA evidence found in Mr. Garland at the Likness home, and that's where they expect that most of the sort of attack happened. There was a substantial amount of DNA evidence found on his property. There was the aerial photograph that just happened to be taken by a company doing a mapping flyby of the area. They're going to have to consider a lot of circumstantial evidence and connect the dots and try to decide, is he guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Did he cause their deaths? And to what degree did he plan and deliberate?
Was the defense approach in this to say, listen, the evidence is there, but it's circumstantial?
It's certainly an excellent approach for the defense to take. At the same time, the jury is not supposed to reverse the onus. The onus is always on the Crown to prove their case. However, the jury's going to have a lot of questions, and the fact that he didn't testify and they didn't call any evidence is something that perhaps may run through the jurors' minds when they're deliberating.
Now, the jurors are alone in that room talking amongst themselves, and they're down one. Explain why that is.
So recently there's a case of R in Jordan with regard to delaying of court cases, and some cases are getting thrown out. So now juries are selected in a larger number. You only need 12 jurors, and you need a unanimous jury to come to a decision. They had selected 14. I believe they already dismissed one earlier, and now they just need to have 12 for the deliberation. So that's nothing to be terribly concerned about. Unfortunately, we won't know what's going on in that room for a while.
Now, that new process of choosing extra jurors, is that because of the danger of having a mistrial?
It's the danger of having too many jurors dismissed. And then when you get down to below 9, then you can't have a decision anymore, and that would require a new trial. No one wants to waste that amount of time.
Criminal lawyer Elliott Willschick, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.